Hi, Katie. Good
There we
morning.
go.
Hi guys,
Thanks.
how are you?
Good. We're just actually introducing you to everyone here on the Instagram Live, and I'm actually going to let you take over because I know you have new territories and I know you have a lot of fun things coming up in that area. So before we geek out about the Pro Retinol Plus, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your states, the new states that you're covering, and what's going on in the next couple months there?
Oh my gosh, yes. So I am so excited to have now been given the opportunity to work with the Chicago and Illinois ESPYs and Lira Pros, as well as the Minnesota Lira Pros. So there's a lot going on the next couple of weeks, months. We are hosting a class on the 21st of March in the Chicago area. We are also going to be at the Chicago show in April. And then in Minnesota, I will have a class in Minneapolis on April 25th as well. So I'm going to be all over.
Is this Katie?
She's back.
Yeah. Sorry, my phone keeps shutting off.
That's okay. Do you have a way for people to register for those classes?
Yeah, so I've sent out lots of emails already, so you can register directly from my emails in your inbox, or the easiest way is just to visit lyraclinical.com, and underneath that live class button, you will see all the education for Lyra, and you can register right from the link of your choice. Yes.
Oh, perfect. We actually just finished our very first in-person class on Monday, and I have to tell you, it was so nice to see people again in person and to be able to touch and smell the products and to really just dive into the Lyra clinical system in person with people again, not
Oh,
on.
it was so fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love technology, but there's just something about being in the same room with people and engaging and being able to touch and feel the products. Speaking of products, Lyra Clinical has the brand new Pro Retinal Plus treatment. And I don't know, did you happen to see?
I did. Oh, so exciting.
Yeah, honestly, when they talk, the ad says the power to stop time. And the reality is, when you look at the ingredients for the Pro Retinal Plus treatment, it really does have the power to stop time. And before we geek out on what all of those ingredients are, I have to tell you, this might sound kind of silly, but my favorite thing, well, one of my favorite things is I love the way it smells. I'm a big sensory type person. I like aromatherapy. I like to just experience and engage all of my senses. And I have to tell you, I kind of, when I first received the product, I thought it was going to have more of a clinical smell, more of a medicinal smell, but it actually has just an absolutely beautiful scent. And that doesn't come from artificial ingredients. It actually comes from some of those beautiful botanical ingredients, right?
Yeah. And that's one thing that I love about Lyra is, what we smell is the ingredients that are in this product. So we are using red raspberry, the cantaloupe, the lavender. So you really get this beautiful scent to this product, and it's honestly just fantastic. So, you can put it on the evening and you have this bright, beautiful smell to your skin. You're not going to bed with a heavy scented fragrance on your skin. So it just kind of changes a nighttime routine. Absolutely. And that lavender, I mean, relaxation. Hello.
Relaxation at night, put that on at night and go let your skin repair overnight while you go to sleep, right? So I want to also, let me just show you, and words can't just describe this. So this is the product that we're talking about. This is the Pro Retinol Plus treatment, and it's actually those fantastic airless pumps, so that from the first application to the last, you get the highest potency and the cleanest product. It keeps us from cross-contaminating it. Mm-hmm. So let's show you one of the other things I am loving Look at that gorgeous color.
Oh, that golden color is just, yeah. You know, the golden color, I think, is a sign of a quality product. I mean, if we think about, you're just coming off the Olympics, and what does gold medal means? It means the best, right? So this golden color really kind of, just to me, emulates that this is going to be the best skincare that you can apply to your skin.
Right? We took first place. It's gold.
Yeah, first place in this product, absolutely.
That golden color, that's the retinaldehyde, of course, right?
Yep.
A little bit of cantaloupe gives it a little bit of that golden color, and a little bit of the red raspberry as well, all combined to give it that beautiful, rich color. So, well, let's dive into a little bit of that. So with the Pro Retinol Plus treatment, it's kind of a triple threat. I mean, we're going to be able to correct, brighten, and hydrate all with a single product. And we're doing it with a brand new delivery system. It's a hydroxysome delivery system. So we're getting retinaldehyde, we're getting resveratrol, and we are getting adenosine all deposited into the skin with that hydroxysome delivery system.
Yeah, that's so exciting. So basically what we're saying in layman's terms is that advanced delivery system is really making the difference in the end result of your skincare.
Right. So if we take all those beautiful ingredients, and this is one of the things that I think is so important when it comes to skincare, the very best ingredients in the world, if they don't get into the skin where our skin can utilize them, there's no point. So getting those beautiful ingredients into the skin in a way that's stable and our bodies can recognize and make use of, that's the importance of that calcium-based hydroxysome delivery system. And so using that delivery system to basically piggyback all of those beautiful ingredients into our skin means that our skin is like, oh, hey, I know what to do with this. I know exactly what to do with this.
Yeah.
And we're able to get the benefits for acne, pigmentation. We're able to get the benefits for age management and anti-aging, of course. And some of the things that we're delivering into the skin are the retinaldehyde, that very stable version of vitamin A, but we're also getting that energy-rich adenosine, and of course we're getting that powerhouse of antioxidant support from the resveratrol.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And you know, I think that's important when we're saying so many ingredients that are in this product. A little bit goes a long way. So just like you, when you pump that product, I think it's really important for us to share this product is that airless pump again, but when we only pump it half of that airless pump, we know that's going to be the perfect amount for our entire face. If you need a little bit more for neck or décolleté, you can do another half pump, but we don't want to overuse this product. Sometimes, you know, when we develop these products, they are developed to have that perfect amount on the skin. And that is the perfect amount for that reparative response to actually work properly in the skin in a nighttime routine.
Oh, speaking of a nighttime routine, I wanted to quickly share with you guys the way that I use this at night, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit obsessed with the Pro Retinol Plus treatment, but I'm also a little bit obsessed with my routine. I feel like I've created a brand new woman. So hold on, let me grab my products. So I start after cleansing my skin, and I rotate through a couple of different cleansers because I love them all. But I start on my freshly cleansed skin with the Pro Firming Serum, and I just add about 2/3 of a pump to my skin, and I massage it in, and I allow it to penetrate with its beautiful peptide rich formulation. It's brightening. So I'm getting that age management and brightening, plus a little bit of anti-inflammatory in there as well with the ginger. So I'm getting all of that infused into my freshly cleansed skin. And then on top, I'm going to take that beautiful new Pro Retinol Plus treatment. I'm going to try and do that half pump like Katie said. Just like that. That beautiful rich color. And I'm going to apply that directly over the Pro Firming Serum. Oh my gosh. I know you guys can't smell this, but treat yourself. That's treat yourself. It literally, it's like a little spa experience at home. Even though I know I'm getting clinical results, it feels like a luxury spa type experience. And then my very last step, because I'm a little bit obsessed with it, I'm not going to lie, and because I do live in the high desert, in the winter it gets very, very dry. So I finish everything off at night with the Mystique.
Beauty oil.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a few drops of this gorgeous golden oil, and I am going to lock everything into the skin for overnight repair. So that's how I use the Pro Retinol Plus treatment, but I know, Katie, you live in a completely different area, different weather system, so I'm guessing you probably use it a little differently.
Yeah, well, one, I cannot give up my hero Lira product. So I like to keep using my staples, but now I really wanted to introduce this into my home care as well. So I use it alternate days, and I use the BioLift cream. And then the alternate days, I will introduce the Pro Retinol treatment. I think the results are phenomenal, kind of combo with that peptide support of the BioLift cream, and then the next day, that real treatment support. So yeah, just a little bit different, but I did just take your tip of the beauty oil and I started adding that into my routine, and it is very luxurious. So yes, I'm going to keep using that.
I know. I keep smelling it. It's so good. So basically, there are multiple different ways you can use it. You can use it 2 to 3 times per week as needed, or you can use it the way I do. And I will say that I did not use it every single day to start with. I did build up to using it. I built up to using it every evening. My skin is very tolerant. It's very conditioned. I have a very strong barrier function and microbiome. And so I was able to move into using it every day. But it doesn't have to be used every day. It doesn't necessarily need to be used every day. Alternating it every other day with that BioLift cream is an excellent idea.
Yeah, and I think that's important too. I think a lot of our clients and consumers that use this product are going to have different ways to use this that's going to be best for their skincare needs. And there's no wrong way. That's the great thing about it, is there's no wrong way to use this product.
Exactly. And in fact, I think if I remember correctly, our wonderful Tiffany McLaughlin, one of our education team, she alternates the BioLift cream with the Pro Retinol Plus treatment.
I knew I liked her.
So is there anything else that we want to talk about with the Pro Retinol Plus treatments? I think we covered how amazing it feels, how amazing it smells, the beautiful ingredient deck, why the wonderful ingredient deck, and how to use. Is there anything else you want to talk about with the Pro Retinol Plus treatment, or those of you viewing live, what questions do you have? So feel free to ask the questions, and we are going to answer them for you.
Yeah. Just for me personally, having that class on Monday, I think the main question was, what makes that retinaldehyde different than retinol? And that delivery system is that main point. But I think that's a huge question, and learning the difference between that retinol and retinaldehyde. So I think I was talking to you one time, and you had mentioned how it's about the delivery system, but one, that retinaldehyde is like hand delivering a letter. It goes exactly where you need it, when you need it, where if you kind of put it in your carrier or your post office, it kind of makes some stops before it gets to you. So I think that's a great way to kind of differentiate the difference between that retinol and that retinaldehyde delivery system.
Oh, absolutely. The retinaldehyde delivered with that hydroxysome system, literally, I mean, if you want something to get somewhere, you hand deliver it. And that's essentially what our hydroxysome delivery system is doing for us. It's hand delivering those beautiful ingredients right into the parts of our skin that can utilize and thrive with those ingredients. And I just heard, hot off the presses, that the Pro Retinol Plus treatment is going to be featured in some of the protocols in our brand new treatment guide called Elements. And so I'm really excited. It's actually, you can find it now at liraclinical.com under the resources tab under treatment guides, the very newest treatment guide from Lira Clinical with 4 beautiful protocols. And you are going to actually be able to incorporate that into your spa treatments. So Katie, if people are really excited about this product and they want to learn more about this product, where can they learn more about this product?
Well, they can learn from their rep and educator in their territory. Definitely reach out to connect with the rep. Second of all, oh my gosh, with the education classes that we have across the country, join a location, join a class, and you won't just learn about this product, but you'll learn about all the Lira clinical products. But this one will definitely be a hot topic. So that's another great way to learn. Or just connect with our customer service team. We can jump in to our customer service team at the customer service number, and they'll be able to give you some information as well.
Perfect, perfect. So if you are a skincare professional, definitely make that connection with Lira Clinical business development partner. And if you are looking for an authorized Lira Clinical spa, definitely check in with our customer service team so we can send you to one of our fabulous partners. A couple of people have asked, what is the difference between the Pro Retinol Cream and the Pro Retinol Plus treatment? Well, the biggest difference, of course, is in the Pro Retinol Cream, OL. That's retinol. It's a different version of vitamin A, and it interacts a little bit differently than the skin. It's very powerful when it comes to correcting acne concerns, pigmentation, and anti-aging. And the Pro Retinol Plus treatment has the retinaldehyde, and it is a completely different version of that vitamin A, and it interacts with the skin differently. So you're getting 2 different types of vitamin A. With the Pro Retinol Cream, you're also getting some additional corrective ingredients like lactic acid, lipid-soluble vitamin C, and some additional ingredients that are going to help really with those targeted conditions like acne, age management, and pigmentation. So it's going to be a little bit stronger. It's going to be a little bit, and I don't mean stronger as far as the results. They're both going to provide beautiful results, but the Pro Retinol Cream is what I'm going to recommend when I really have a triple threat of concerns that need to be addressed all at once. And I know that the client is going to be able to tolerate that powerful correction. The Pro Retinol Plus treatment, this is something that I can ease almost every single person onto to enjoy the benefits of that retinaldehyde, the resveratrol, the adenosine, the lavender, the cantaloupe, all those beautiful antioxidants and barrier repair. So they are definitely 2 unique products with 2 unique ingredient decks, and I have a use for both of them in treatment and for home care.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do we have any other questions?
So if someone has the Pro Retinol Cream as well as the Pro Retinol Plus, how are they going to alternate it in their evening home care?
Perfect question. That's a really great question. And in fact, because when I first started using the Pro Retinol Plus treatment, I still had almost a full bottle of the Pro Retinol Cream. So I ended up alternating the 2 every other night. So just like Katie alternates the BioLift Cream with the Pro Retinol Plus, I actually alternated the Pro Retinol Cream with the Pro Retinol Plus treatment. And I definitely, the texture of the skin, my skin ended up being more hydrated the next day on the mornings after I used the Retinol Plus treatment. So there's definitely a little bit of a difference. I'm going for a different finish, a different results. You can absolutely alternate the products.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do want to emphasize, when you're using a powerful retinol or retinaldehyde product, it to work at repair, and we want to make sure, we really want to make sure that we're only using it at night, because that's when we're going to get the most therapeutic benefits, but it's also the safest way to use a retinol product or a retinol-high product.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions. So what I want to do is just remind you that if you do have any questions and need to get connected with somebody who represents Lira Clinical or an authorized Lira spa, check us out at liraclinical.com or give us a call at 877-440-5472. Happy March, and I hope to see you all at a class very, very soon.
Yes. Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.